Well, welcome back to the channel, and today I am discussing about Real Madrid Football Club against Barcelona. This is one of the best Clásicos I've watched in recent years. Probably the one in 2023, 24 or 23, 24. Yes, that was Jude Bellingham's first season. Those Clásicos were really good. But today being the day, we witnessed one of the best games I've seen in a long time when it comes to Clásico. Vinicius was able to deliver himself from his last goal scoring opportunity in that was October 2024. That was the last time he scored a game. So this makes it 1 in 20 games that he has scored a goal. But what a goal that was. What a solo effort. The way he was able to dribble Koundé and Pedri at the same time, and also to be able to fake it into, I think it was Kubasi or Garcia, one of those, to fake it and place that ball was really a good goal. So the game, in fact, was one, as I said, it was a good game. It was a great game. Real Madrid had a little bit of dominance, but Barcelona, oh my God. The Hansi Flick ball is real. The way they are able to penetrate, find passes, man mark, it was just good to watch. Honestly, I know I've seen where people are comparing Pedri to other players, Pedri, Bruno Fernandes. Pedri does the basics of football intelligently. He's able to find a man when he has to find a man. He's able to dribble when he has to dribble. You see? And if you look at the goal that the pass to Lewandowski for that goal, chef's kiss. Yes, the tackling, the space left between Tchouaméni and Lewandowski was bad. It wasn't a man market. He was left alone. But for Pedri to find him with that pass made it easy. That goal was essential. It was breathtaking. The control and the chip, you have to have the eye for goal to be able to do that. If you are not a prolific striker like Lewandowski, you're not going to do it. And they showed their powers today. They showed that they are levels above Real Madrid in this stage of the competitions. For them to be where they are currently, with 4 points between Real Madrid and Barcelona, they are really going to achieve the league again. From where it's going, from what I'm seeing, they are going to win the league. It would be so sad to see what Real Madrid is trying to achieve with their recruitment, the style of play, and look at what Barcelona is doing. Less money, but good recruitment. Yes, some of the players we would argue that they are not to the standards of Barcelona, but these same guys are playing their hearts out. They are performing at the world stage. They are performing accurately. They are performing with a purpose. I'm not saying Real Madrid is not performing with a purpose, but currently what they are doing, it's miles and above Real Madrid. When I watched the game today, you just appreciate the type of football they do. Raphinha. I do not know why Barcelona fans were edging Lamine Yamal over Raphinha. Raphinha is the sole headmaster of that club. Without Raphinha, I don't see them being where they are. His maturity in the game has changed. Raphinha is able to do the things that he's doing that I didn't see him do at Leeds. And I think right now he's in his prime. And when you get into your prime as a footballer, you do anything you touch turns into gold. Magic touches, brilliant passes, dribble when it's needed, shoot when it's needed. His first goal, if you had watched the chance he missed before that, the chance he missed was even the easiest goal for him to score, but he missed it. But the goal he scored minutes after, smart, easy, clean. And sorry, Courtois couldn't do anything about it. Courtois was in the right position, but that ball was placed in the far post, low driven shot in the far post, and that was what took it away from them. The game was good. I really enjoyed watching the game. I enjoyed the tactics that was employed by Hansi Flick. He knew Real Madrid would come blazing with some kind of ego, which they always do, but they were able to humble them. If a team is able to control the game and humble its fierce rival, like upon all teams in the world, the El Clasico is the fiercest rival in football. Maybe Boca Juniors and River Plate are also there. Those are actually some big games when it comes to, especially when it happens in the Bombonera. Yes, those are fierce games. But for the El Clasico, I hate to say it, I would always expect Real Madrid to be winning Clasico, but from the last few games I've watched when it comes to such match, the pristine of it, Barcelona are always miles ahead of it, ahead of them. They are always ahead. The way they approach the game, less noise, but smart. Real Madrid may have won the league game at Bernabeu, but where it matters, they show up. Lamine had a good game. Raphinha, great. Lewandowski, veteran. Play the game and control it. The midfield, exceptional. Frankie de Jong, I always argue, before I go on, I always argue that Frankie de Jong has not lived up to his potential. I may be wrong, but if you feel like I am wrong, let me know in the comment section. I feel he hasn't been utilized to the Frankie de Jong that we knew from Ajax. At this stage of his career, at 27, 28, I think that's his age, I should be seeing him at his highest peak, but I don't think I have. But still, he had a good game, and so is Pedri. Pedri, oh my goodness, knows when to draw fouls, knows when to pass, as I've said earlier on. Great game from Pedri, and fair game to Barcelona. First, they really played their hearts out, and I'm glad they were able to show what they are built for, their potential, what they are able to achieve when it comes to El Clasico. They may have lose games that matters, but when it comes to the El Clasico, I am happy for where and what they were able to achieve today in the Super Cup. And congratulations to Manchester's very own Marcus Rashford for winning a trophy in Barcelona. Good game to being able to play for Barcelona. Kudos to him for being an impact and joining them. Now, let me bounce back to Real Madrid. Let me talk about Real Madrid. I feel going into the game without Kylian Mbappe was a downfall for them. And I don't know which coach has to tell these guys that the field, the pitch is big. You do not have to always bring the ball to the left side. Explore other channels on the field. Play through the middle. Switch it. Yes, Vinicius JR is the main talisman for the club at this point without the availability of Kylian Mbappe. So all balls need to go to him. Well, that's great. He scored a solo run goal, which was best. Really tied the game up at 1-1. But I feel they need to be doing more in the middle. When they get the ball, it goes to the left side. And then you will see Rodrigo. You see Bellingham. You see Vinny there. And then the other side of the pitch, there's barely anyone there. For them, when the summer comes, I'm expecting them to do a defensive overhaul. Their center backs need to be, I don't know, they can't have certain players playing for them. And from the look of things, they need to revamp their defense. The midfield, I feel, is great. I feel one thing they need to do is get a right back so that Ernesto Valverde can come back into the midfield and exert that energy that he possesses. He's not being utilized well in the right wing position. He needs to be in the middle to be able to dictate games, be able to run at midfielders and defenders. He has the pace, he has the agility, he has the technique, and he has a good shooting power. If he is being used in the midfield with either Camavinga or Tchouaméni as the holdings and leave Bellingham to do whatever he wants to do, then they might have solved the midfield problem. Bellingham, fantastic footballer, great footballer. But sometimes he goes missing when you need him more. And that is something that Real Madrid do not want to be losing on. Especially if you have a player that is mimicking the likes of Zinedine Zidane. You show up, you take control, you move with the ball, you do things that would invite pressure from the opponent so you can find passes and holes in that on the field to free your players and have goal scoring opportunities. And these are things that they need to be exploring as a club. Xabi Alonso, great, doing good, but I feel the ego and the pride of these players is above him. He may be able to tone it, but they need something different. Somebody who will command respect. Look at Barcelona. Bunch of young kids. Average, well, there's Lewandowski and Raphinha. But the rest are pretty much young. Like 28 downwards, I would say. And with Hansi Flick at the realm of the club, he's able to control all these guys. We have Real Madrid on the other hand with young players, higher ego, big stars, superstars, and that is what Real Madrid is known for. But if they want to achieve what they want to achieve, be known as the most successful club like they've done in the Champions League, then they need to do something, because the tactics from Xabi Alonso is not equivalent to that of Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is able to read the game. He's able to deploy when he needs to deploy. He's able to make decisions as quickly as that, draw the opponents away from their attack. Xabi Alonso takes time, and that is something that is going against them currently. And for them to mount up and become a big club, something needs to be done. I'm not saying they should fire him, but I mean maybe do what he went in and changed his tactics from the 3-back to the 4, employing what the team always does. So good for him. But Real Madrid has to do something. It was a great game that I watched, and that was my analysis. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the play from players like Pedri, Yamal, Raphinha, Lewandowski, Vinicius. Great game. But also, as I'm saying, tactics. That is where Xabi Alonso got it wrong, taking Vinicius out of the game when they needed an equalizer. But that was it. I really enjoyed the game. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we will keep on making such videos where we will react to games like this. Make sure that you have your opinions in the comment section. I would appreciate it if others are able to chime in their thoughts and their opinions, and also criticism that would help me know what to cover in our next and upcoming videos. It was a pleasure talking to you guys, and I hope you have a great week, and catch you guys on the next one. Peace.